Hi everybody. Let's make sure that we don't have too much of an echo going on here because goodness knows we have been having problem with the codec. So I'm getting a lot of echo on my end. So I want to see if anybody is filtering in as we go through here. Also going to set up our little music venue here a little bit easier. Let's try that. Okay. So, hello everybody. Finally back on this very chilly Wednesday. We are in our single digits Fahrenheit in Chicago right now. So, we are officially in winter. So, what better thing to do than sit down, get a nice cup of tea, maybe a snack, a strawberry or two, and kind of chill out. So before we get into the main stuff with our towel geese here, one of the major issues we had was there was a little bit of a problem with Facebook reporting and getting doxxed for music rights and stuff. And I want to make it perfectly clear, as somebody that works in the media and is trained in the media, I pay for all my shit. Every music frame, everything here has been custom built or paid for. So pulling up here, we can, let's get out of this. As you see, all our background music here is a subscription service through our OBS here that provides copyright enabled, copyright safe background music. Else, like, I would be playing Gundam themes the whole time. I'm not stealing from Sunrise or Bandai. But all this is paid for. It's very expensive, but I pay for it, and it's background music, and it's fully copyright licensed for all streaming services. On top of that, for my custom music, here's my contract with Storyblocks, which I use for all like video elements and audio elements that I use in Remix. Like my little theme there is basically a remix of 5 different elements, and plus some like little tapping things and stuff that I add from here on my own. So it is all me. It is all licensed. And I'm putting this up here specifically for the little fuckers on Facebook. Stop trying to demonetize me. It's all right here. The story block is in the credit sequence, and this is why we put the Pretzel Rock stuff up in this chat screen. So as the new songs come up, they show up in chat for their attribution. That's all we got to do. We're good. We're solid. Now I think we can get on to real business instead of dealing with Nazis, because tomorrow is the 6th. Nothing has been done in a year. Everything is shit, but we can still take some time, get away from the nonsense of the world, and try to have a happy little time with our happy little Gundams. So I'm going to go straight to the split here, and we'll cue the music. Okay, so here's where we left our tail geese. We've got our two legs fully panel lined and done. So this has some really good double flexibility. I do love that snap. First snap of the day. Do love that snap. So got that going. Let's adjust our little mic because you don't really need my coffee, my tea there. It's just an added bonus. Okay. And of course my professional rig here keeps falling down in my face because science. Science. So we are going to be working on the waist module and possibly our first part of our wing module, which is the initial backpack part. So we'll see how far we get there. And let's get some tunes on in the background. Officially licensed stock music that is streaming safe. So hopefully,
in a writer, I'm looking for somebody who brings everything to the table.
See, this is the other thing. I set it up for no talking, and it gives me talking tracks. Okay. So we've got our towel geese here. We are. Remember, when we're panel lining our towel geese here, we're not doing a heavy panel line. We're just doing our light gray marker. And you can use any sort of brush pen or like a light fabric pen on this. You could even use, say, like a washable marker, even though those are usually a lot thicker than you'll want to use. But anything like that is great. And you're just going to want some toilet paper or paper towel in order to wipe it off, else you get it all on your fingers. Let me go grab the paper towel. America's most luxurious model making tool right here. So we're going to go and we're going to grab our C parts. Looks like we're working on C. Okay, so we're not using these because these are the back. Today we're doing Earl Grey with a bit of lime in it, which adds a little bit of a zing. I didn't have a lemon, I had extra lime, so I'm using lime today. So let's see here. We are going to grab 32 and 33, so this is 32. First snap of the day. Let's go full snap. Real close. We can get better snap than that. Let's get that. Let's dial this all the way up. Let's get a good snap. Let's get a real good snap. For the other one. Snap. There we go. That's some good snap. And we need part 30. We got a cross beam thing here, so let's do that. Also, if you hear whistling, that's my landlord finally turning on the heat today, so that is extra special as well. Let's see, is that a good level for everybody? If it's too loud, let me know. Or too soft. Because the way this OBS works, I get reverb no matter how I set up the monitor for some reason. So this should be set up correctly, but I'm still getting some reverb. At least the monitor's working now. Okay. Stream. All go on the moment of discovery together. So this is gonna snap right in there. Ooh, that snaps in nice. Oh, we almost forgot a little bit of our little poly cap here. We are looking at an 11. Oop, there's only one 11. We are lucky. So we need to put our little poly cap tucked in here. There we go. Now we're all tucked in and ready to go. Let's get that waist going. Snap that waist. It's got a good crunch. Good solid crunch. So it's got some detail on it, which we could go in there now, but I think we want to at least like fully assemble the center hips, and then we'll go in and do all our jiggers. So now we gotta pull E and D up. So if I remember my alphabet right, pulling this one, and we're stretching, we're stretching, we're stretching. Boom. So E8, let's see what kind of pop we get on E. Yo, indeed. That is a very pleasant yo. How are we doing today as we're putting our hips together? I say, we're working on the Telgeese again, the best of the Wing series Gundams, I think. But big secret, I'm not the biggest Wing fan, but like I think if we're going to do the Power Rangers style, everybody gets a unique Gundam. Telgeese is a pretty dang good suit. Okay, so we're snapping like that. Ooh, we're doing the front snap. Front snap. And then we gotta pull. Yeah. It does. It's one of the few ones with a lance, which is great. A lot of other mechas like frame arms have lance things on it. What's interesting is a lot of the new Breaker and Build Diver kits incorporate parts of Telgeese into other parts. They also do the same with Death Side. There's a lot of Death Side parts in Breaker Badlog components. There we go. So Maddie, do you have your tea? I know you're getting cozy there too. See, that's the way to do it. Just some tea. I have some fruit snacks and just hanging out. Definitely let me know if the volume and everything is okay. Ooh, lemon and elderberry, getting fancy. So this is going to be really prominent. I think I'm going to actually have to sand this one. You see, it's has a little bit of knobby things and this really prominent ridge. I kind of want to knock down that ridge just a little bit, so we're just going to take the emery board and have at it. Yes, and we just want to knock down so we don't see any more white on the edges. And then we'll just use the polished side and buff that out. See? There we go. No more little white notes. So let's see, this fits in right. Oh, that is a little different shade there. That'll be interesting. I know. I don't know if you can see behind me, but like that took a good 2 weeks of just concentrating on unboxing that pile. That was enormously ridiculous. But yeah, we should actually get together and non-COVID do some like group kit stuff. Do some like grunts or something. So let's see here, we've got 20. Oh, so we'll just take this whole row. Let's do some snapping. Oh, you got a high-res wing. See, I have not found a wing model that I really... I don't know which one I want. Like the high-res looks super cool. The Verka looks super cool. There's a million variants of it. Just haven't found one that really speaks to me. There we go. Lately I've been really getting into the Hathaway's Flash stuff. Like they only have one series up on Netflix right now, and I guess they're breaking it into 3 parts. But I was able to find like the old manga of it and stuff, and I've been reading that and getting into like those mechs. And those are chunky boys. They're all like heavily cloaked and armored and almost kind of like older style. Yeah, it's really interesting because it pulls up Hathaway Noah, who's like a child in most of the series from the 80s and stuff, so seeing them become protagonist, like he's a terrorist. He's a terrorist, which is interesting because like Bell Noah is, Bright Noah is in charge of London Bell and the Federation and stuff, so seeing his kid kind of evolve is crazy. There we go. Got our little flaps going. These are tiny flaps comparatively. Let's see. We want... This is where we gotta get the orientation right, so we're putting them in like that. Nope. See, I'm getting it wrong. So we want the orientation like that. Okay. Oh, you got the flugel too. That's nice. Like, I snatched up when Bandai was having their, like, Gundam celebration last year. But, like, those go fast, apparently. Okay. So we got our little flaps here. These are going to be front flaps, looks like. So do you paint a lot, or do you kind of do build and lining like this? Because I never have room to paint myself, but... Yeah, I've been surprised at what I can get with markers here. Like, I've been able to get them to flood things pretty well. I don't want to bend these. They snap. That doesn't seem right. Nope. Shot in the dark. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let me go grab Hathaway's the Sigh. So yeah, when I talk about them being chunky boys, this is an HG size apparently, and compare this to the master grade Talgeese, like it's a big boy. But yeah, I did this panel lining and just markers on the pieces, and it came out surprisingly well. So I have been pleasantly surprised with how the markers can flood stuff. I didn't really even have to use that much paintbrush or anything on there. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So we will see how it works with the other one, the what's it called? The Penelope. When I get to that on the stack. But yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised with this boy. I want to find a way to go back and fix that Trans Am razor I have. Like the coloration is just slightly off. So, and they put stickers on the antenna, which I don't like. So that's something that I would love to change. Let's see here. We are looking what is A7. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the metallics, especially with the there's always boosters on there, and they just look kind of sad when you leave them gray. So I use that gunmetal pen all the time, just to make boosters look a little better. Which we might actually do that here on the front. We'll see how we go. Like the Talgeese here really is kind of a light touch as far as painting and stuff, so we need to there we go. Now we'll fit snugger, I think. Much better, much better. Haha. Okay. So we got a front panel. And now now we gotta find our butt flaps, because it's cold, we need to cover our butts. Butt flap. Here we go. Let's see. Butt flap, butt flap. Oh, that's got some shenanigans going on. Let's see. See, I kind of hate the eye stickers too, but I also do not have a steady hand. So, like, if it's a metallic sticker with a head and it's not too prominent, I kind of let it go. Just because, like, oh my gosh. Like, it's not, my hands aren't that steady. I do like that a lot of model kits now, they have where you can make a choice. So, like, if you want to do like that and paint just the green metal, they have like a blackout sticker that you can paint, that you can put over the green painted section. So that way you don't have to worry about edges and stuff. So they do have in between things. And they've been doing that a lot more with even their HG kits, but definitely like the real grade kits and stuff. Okay. Oh, there's an edge. Okay. We got our butt flap. We're just gonna stick that straight out. Okay. I assume we're going to be augmenting that like crazy. Okay. Speaking of which, looks like we're going to go boosters in there. So I think before we start going crazy with the boosters, that's a time where we should line this sucker. And speaking of which, with the gunmetal, let's pull this back off so we can do that gunmetal right on the thing. So we're going to back up a little, and we don't actually have to take that off, but we can go pull the good old classic standard Gundam marker pack, and they have a perfect what do they call it? Yeah, gun metallic. GM22. So we'll get that paint marker going. Okay. And we'll just be a little sloppy on here. Let's actually pop it off so we can be really sloppy. Like this wants a bluer tint, so we might come in with a metallic blue later, but we definitely want to get like that kind of metal shine underneath it, so we'll do this first. So yeah, like Madison was saying, this is really easy to just go in with a marker. You don't have to be too fancy about it. Just make sure you get some good coating. I'm gonna find some tweezers, because I'm losing my grip because I cut off my nails. No, did I get it? I got most of it. I got it. Okay. Cool. So we did that, so we'll let that sit for a hot second. Then we'll do some paneling. I know, I'm a baby though, so. Once again, grabbing more of the most important modeling tool available. Like if I was one of these fancy people on with those YouTube shows, I'd put on the fancy rubber gloves and stuff, but this channel is called the Amateur Gundam Hour, so there's just a lot of small details in here. Most of these will be covered up. You're never going to see them, but I as well want to hit them now, just in case. I know, but I take medication, so I don't have that obsession anymore. At least I try to manage it. But yes, I will though. Okay. Let's wipe that down. That's just enough to make things pop, which is all we wanted. And slide in there. Get that little bump. There we go. Get the little underside groove here. Trying to hide that from me. No, you're not going to do that. There we go. There we go. Now we can see all the mechanics in there. And I don't know what's going to show up here, but I see that there's a couple little kind of corner cuts. So those are probably going to show. So we'll hit those right now. We can get to them easily. Like I said, you don't have to be neat because we're going to wipe off all the excess here. These are all water based, so we're pretty safe. Okay, let's do that. There we go. So now, I definitely need a better camera. So now you can see those little cuts now. Just pops them right up there. So there's little divots there, and a little cut here. Make sure I get that top thing again. Then wipe away, wipe away. Let's hit the back too while we're at it. Oh yeah, a good way to get the distressed effect is actually use a Sharpie, because in order to actually wipe Sharpie away a lot, you have to hit it immediately, else it will stay there. But yeah, you'll get some smudging. So I would only do that if you want some of that distressed, weathered look. Also, we're on white, so we're using the light gray. If we wanted more of that kind of afterburner look, we would use the black pen. Or if we wanted to do like more rusty ground unit sort of thing, we would use the brown one. But we just trying to pull out details here. Here we go. Getting tight in the corner there. Just follow the little lines. Wipe off the excess here. There we go. It's hard to see here, but pulling some lines on both sides here. And this top part and probably overlaying down here is going to be probably some booster units or something. But of that, oh, we need to get our little line here in the yellow, because that's going to be our little access point. Let's make sure we got that. And you know what? On this yellow one, I am going to pull in the black because I want that to pop. So we'll see how much more just changing it. The black marker makes that pop more. There we go. See how much more dramatic that line is? So that's the black versus the gray. Then we put our enclosure back on. And we hit our little corners here with the gray. Just gotta hit those little circles. And whatever that little bumpy thing is. There we are, nice and sharp. Now let's pull our little gunmetal thing in here. Let's see. Let's just check it out, because we do have a little blue showing, but I don't know. How do we like that? I may come back and touch that up a little bit. I see, once again, being sloppy with where my fingers are. Hit that lip a little bit harder. That looks pretty shiny. I might bring the blue back in a little bit. We'll see how it looks in the final build. We can always pull it back up. So okay, so we've got to that midway point, and now we're working on the extra kind of butt boosters. Because everybody needs butt boosters. So H and E. Okay, we're pulling 2, 20, and 5. Ah, this has got a nice groove in it. That'll be nice. Oh, that's got a good snap. Ah, that one's a little soft. And then C, we got a C. Okay, so this is where we're going to be doing thrusters a lot. So we'll do the thruster first, and then kind of our assemblage here. So C is 5. Prep our little thruster here. we'll give it a little rub with the shimmy shake, as it were. There we go. Okay. Now, this one's a little bit larger. Quite frankly, I lost where my tweezers are, so we'll keep going this way. Once again, we'll just hit this kind of light here, just to pull off some of the ridges. Get some color going. There we go. Top off the little edge there. The important thing is that these aren't special. These are just Gundam branded and they have a color guide. But any craft store you can get, they're just standard paint markers. So. Once again, watch our orientation here. Is that supposed to have a little lip there? It's supposed to do a little lip, okay. While our booster's drying, we'll just hit this. On the inside. And we got some really nice lines here on the outside, so we might even do a combination here. too precise. I'm just making sure I kind of flood the area so it gets in that little groove. Then wipe thoroughly before it dries. Okay, so I got it in the groove a little bit. We'll go a second pass here. There we go. 2 passes and we're good. A little lip here at the bottom that we'll highlight too. We might do this a little dirty since it's more of a lip than a line, and I don't want to cut a groove. There we go. Let's get a little dirty on that. You know what they say, you got to keep your butt clamps aligned, else people won't be able to tell which is what. I'm just going to darken the little booster things here just to lighten that up, and there we go. Butt flap down, let's see, and it's already dry. Like, that's the wonder of the markers. You don't have to wait for forever for it to dry. So let's see, how does that one do again? Let's just pop that in there, nice and shiny. And this one clicks right here. Okay. Oh, and it goes on the ball. So we'll do the so let's make sure it snaps here. There we go. Cool. So we got a little, it's a little hard to see. So we got a little gray separation from our white here. And yeah. Butt flapping. Which we're not going to get a lot of butt flapping backwards. So it's probably going to restrict our leg movement as well. Because this is a fixed base. But we'll see how extreme we can pose this sucker. Okay, let's do the other flap. So that is H. C, which C are we? Ah, we're grabbing from C2. Mysterious second C. Where do we put our C2? There we go. Find it in the corner. same thing with the booster here. Take out those little white nodes. Meanwhile, my computer's prompting me to install the new Windows update, which caused the problem with my soundboard the last time. So, no Microsoft. I choose not to, as the story goes. I know. I gave up on Macs because the last one I got was a huge lemon, and I lost a lot of Molly's pictures and information. But my God, even though it's higher priced, it is still more stable with a more usable interface than Microsoft products. Like, I just find Office infuriating. Yeah, if I was smarter, I would go Linux, but I am not the bright one in the family. I'm the artsy one, so I leave that up to my aunt and cousins. Let's see here, we will. What's the orientation on this one again? It's heavy flap, prom. Just getting cozy in there like that. Okay. Let's hit that quick. taking, so let's go a little harder in there. Let's let that settle because that wasn't taking. Let's go here. Now we're getting some lines. Let's do the lip here, get that going a little dirty. Okay, and what do dark on the thing here. Because this one seems to be cut slightly shallower than the other one. We can even it up. There we go. It's pretty even. Pretty even. Let's get that thruster in there. Like, if it's always too dark, we can lighten it up. Like, they make eraser markers, but the white pen basically works as an eraser too, so we can always pull back here. There we go. Cool. That's our butt. Okay, we're still doing flaps, so let's see what's on this flap. This is an H3. Yeah, Gundams do not shy away from the badonkadonk as they go. Some have very executive butt flaps. And crotch guards, for that matter. Like, I think the Aegis Gundam, like, is all, like, chest and crotch guard. Gundam Age is weird and no one should watch it. That's not true. To me, it's just an odd tonal shift from a lot of this stuff. But we're in the land of Build Fighter and Build Diver now, so, like, talk about tonal shift, it's all nonsense now. is our eye. Because I'll tell you, like, we have a lot, but this is just for the wings, as this batch here. So we have a lot to go still. Okay. There's where the eye hit out. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, so we are pulling. We need a little nubbin from E here. Which I had these all laid out for convenience, and I just threw it all away here. Okay. There we go. It's a little mislabeled here actually, because we're taking from another kit. So this is technically I210 that we're pulling. So that's a little FYI on the substitute there. There, and we need to get that little E piece that we were searching for after we tossed everything into Big Jumble. There we go. Okay, so we are looking for E21. It is so cold today. Like, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. Sadly, this is just the start of Chicago weather, so you gotta be in it for the long haul. To pull out the second comforter, luckily I have a heater right next to my workstation for the actual job, and they don't have me have to commute in with the surge, so I can just sit right on top of that heater all day. But, like, the landlord is not putting that much into heating the place. Like, there's a minimum, and they will stick to the minimum. There we go. Let's snap that in. Oh, that's a fancy way to get that second color. Okay. Okay. And I got a little lip going on there. I see what you're doing, Gundam. I see what you're doing. Okay, and then you drop a pin down the middle. I call shenanigans on the whole thing. That sounds like shenanigans. Oh, that's neat. So that all pops through on that one. And then we drop this pin through. Doesn't really drop. Oh. The heck? The heck this? This is new. Okay, so we got some wild nonsense going. Let's mark this up while we're here and at it. So just filling in the grooves. So we got a line going into a lip. And then we have a little reveal there, like they put a purposeful little gap in there, which is nice. That took that remarkably well. Do a little touch up on that. There we go. Got another booster or back or something. Shenanigans. It's all shenanigans. Okay, so we are going to grab G again. This color. sticker sheathing here. Got this little thing, and then it's again got to get the orientation correct on this, so we're going like that, I guess. Will it squeeze? Will it squeeze? Story of me getting ready for a date every time. Okay. So here, like normally I would hit those circles, but it says that we're pulling from the old sticker sheet. So what are we pulling from the sticker sheet? We're pulling number 2. Okay, so these are kind of a metallic orange. This goes back to my conversation about having a shaky hand. So like the oranges and red bleed a lot. So I think I'm going to actually use these. Like if it was the gray ones, I would just fill it in with the gray and clean up. But because these bleed a lot, I think we're going to use those. So we're going to add this. Once again, probably should use tweezers, but I'm a dork. Let's get it centered. And it's inset, so it's just enough. Like when they sit on the surface, I think that's more of an issue. Or like if they're larger. Like I really wonder about where these yellow strip ones are going to go. Those we might substitute depending on how crazy the situation is. There we go. Okay, so that's that color, and that snaps right on. Oh, that's a little asymmetrical. There. And I forgot to do the little line straight down the middle here, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So that's one of those. These must be a side flap. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is to store weapons, maybe? I don't know. I've never had one of these just pegs. So I'm thinking it's weapon storage. So yeah. That's a nice long side flap. Look at that. Nice skirt. Nice skirt, good. Okay, so let's do the other skirt. We are grabbing from here. If I was better at stop motion, I would do just a dress goes spinny montage with all the Gundams in their skirts. Mech goes spinny. that, and we have another E piece.
We're very much alike.
Where was that second little bar thing? Second bar thing right there. Okay.
Remember all the happy times we had?
There we go. Don't roll away. There we go. Sometimes you gotta talk to it. Make sure they stay in line.
We're very much alike.
This guy's talking a lot, so let's just skip that. Let's go. Ooh, extract. Okay. Anyway. Now, next model I want to do, which I need to save up a paycheck or two, is do an Eva from the Evangelion. Because apparently they have a real grade. Like, I can't afford a perfect grade, but or a master grade for that matter right now. But a real grade 1/44 scale one would be really cool. But I want one that shows the mech teeth a lot, and a lot of them, the mouth unit is closed. But I don't know. Need to check out to see which models do what. Yeah, I always thought Eva was interesting because it was so much more like just animalistic. It was like halfway between a mech and halfway a kaiju. And also half your mom. So all the comforting things. I actually need to catch up on that anime. I think I've only seen the first two remixes. Like, obviously, original Evangelion, but like, I don't think I've seen the last one or two full series, which I'm told they riff on the thing pretty good. Like, does the second and third shock always happen in each timeline? I don't know. There we go. Like, Gundam timelines are bad enough. Like, I can't keep Cosmic Era, Universal Century, Correct Century, Future, whatever, straight, so here we go. Got her little pin. Let's paint her up. Like the one series that's actually disappointed me in the continuing stuff is like Ghost in the Shell. Like the paramilitary worked a couple of times, but that last bad 3D animated version was just the worst. So I'm going to chalk that one up to quote unquote product of its time. There we go. Let's do our pinstriping. Which I think Gundam's been pretty consistent. It's always been war is hell. Both sides are kind of evil. Also, stop creating child soldiers. They're always experimented on child soldiers in every series. Like, what the hell? I think the worst of those is Iron-Blooded Orphans. Like, it's like, what if child soldiers started making NFTs and selling a protection racket? I don't know. Yeah, I made it through the first season, but like somewhere in the middle of the first season, second season, like it just goes into like heavy economics for no reason. Like, I did not sign up for this class. But yeah, it's my least favorite, and that's including like Double Zero, which is like, what if Bush policy preventive warfare stopped all warfare? Oh yeah, it horribly mentally damaged everybody involved. Nice. Okay, so we gotta do another one of those little collar thingies. Yeah, what's worse is like if you get into the unicorn, like the whole Laplace's box is, geez, like that's a Greek level conceit, but that gets weird and metaphysical at the end. Like those last 3 episodes in that NT movie, I do not understand. Unicorn is hard to do because, like, I think Netflix has the first season, but not the movie. And then, like, Funimation has NT, which is like a micro season or an OAV. And then I think Crunchyroll has the movie. Like, it's all over the place. I'm trying to find it. But like, I was able to just go to Funimation and get all original 42 episodes of OG Gundam, all Zeta, the first 3 movies, Char's Counterattack, Mobile Fighter G, which is the worst. But it's a little bit also the best in that they go for magical robots as opposed to the usual real robot standard. But that you can watch straight through, and they even have dubs for lazy people like me that'll just put it on in the background. So we're gonna do a little snappy here. We're gonna get some tea. Okay, so we're gonna do a fitting. Let's see here. They want us to do legs first, so let's get our legs in. Okay. There we go. There's a little front collar on the leg. Make sure I'm inside there. Okay. Second leg on. Make sure we stay inside that little front collar. Got a little ridge there that we need to stay inside. There we go. And you just feel that slip in. Kind of broaden the stance out so we can hold down here. Okay, now it says that we attach these on the ball and socket. So which one do we attach on which? Guess this way because it's a little forward. Like I said, it's asymmetrical, so we make that pop if we can. Sometimes these are a little difficult on the pop circuits, but you should get a little snap. Oh, almost had it. There we go. There's our snap. Oh, we've got a discovery. This pin goes into the leg itself. Okay. This is new. Okay, leg snap. Okay. That is novel and new. Okay. So let's do the other side here. Come on, give me a big snap. There we go. And second leg snap if I don't toss it on the ground. Let's get that aligned. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty sturdy, actually. That's pretty sturdy there. Okay, so this doesn't have a ball, so there's not going to be a lot of pivot here. It's just a pin. So we'll just a pin our way in here. There we go. There we go. We got the base robot. So that's Tallgeese without all his accoutrement, which I think is pretty good. Let's see how much side to side do we got. So you can't really go that high on the shoulder, but he's got full rotation, and the shoulder does leverage back, so you can do like a big wind up, I guess. Double elbow, so we got good elbow movement. We went over the weird head thing, so it's got a little bit of an up and down, but not a lot of forward and back. Let's see, ankle. Let's see how far off can we do. It's actually got good corner on the ankle. But yeah, like that leg is not going up. He's not going to do any splits. He can go forward pretty good. He's got a good high kick. But yeah, the back and to the side, he's really limited by those boosters. So like if he's going to do any sort of like lunging, it's going to be a forward lunge. Let's see if we can get him doing a forward lunge. Doesn't got a lot of toe action. It's got a little toe action, but like he can lunge a little bit like that. So he's a little stiff comparatively, but I think he's looking pretty good. There's some butt. Let's see if we can pop those butt panels. Butt boosters. Can't really do that. I guess we can pop the pin here to make those go a little bit more, but I am a little concerned with this design in that he's got a crotch booster. I don't know if that part is more elegant for a civilized age. I feel that is the most cod piece of crotch units. But that means that we get to move on to the fun stuff here. Let me go here. We're moving on to backpack and accessories. So a lot of these sprues will just, like, these are leftovers for the backpack. This is for the shield, but otherwise it's used. So this is where we're going to start bringing into all the extra stuff here. So a lot of these things may be waste. Some of them may not, but I'm going to put those back. And now we are going to do some backpack action, which I'm excited. Because when I think of wing, I just think of the classic Gundam. Okay, now we got J units. Okay. So how are we building this backpack? This one's going to be entirely new. Cool. Take care. I am going to do 8, 9, and 7. Boop. That one didn't want to go. Okay. Penny pen, pen. We're just going to go until 8 o'clock here and see where we stop. Because that'll be our usual 2-hour block. Nice little corners. Okay. Let's see here. Let's orient this right. Put that pin in that way. There we go. Pin, pin, pin. There we are. Now we can scrape that a little evenly. This is where our cloak is going to hang off of, so we'll pull the other J, looks like. Don't want to lose that. That looks important. Okay, so we're just gonna in there. And clean this one up here. we got our two little bolts here. And now we're pulling from our X components here. So we need XCs, all XCs, so XBs, XAs. Okay, so we are grabbing C4. Make sure I'm grabbing the right piece here. Okay. We're gonna make sure that we grab the right stuff. So let's start with the twos first. Make sure we're grabbing it. Okay. See, I don't think that's the right screw here. Let's see, what are we looking at? See, this makes more sense. Okay. Aha! The Flugel set has a C set and an XC set. That makes more sense. Being tricky here. Okay, so we are grabbing. Now we're cooking. Okay. This is why always follow the pictures, folks. Okay, this is slightly mislabeled too. So this is C2, and they're all ones. So obviously we're going to juice those up too. So let's see. Okay. just gonna marker up our boosters here. Oh, good evening, Vancouver. How we doing? Virgin time zones here. Sharing some cool little boosters. We were able to get our Talgaze together with its side flaps and everything, and now we're working on the backpack, which is where the cool action for this special model is. So we're in uncharted territory now, which is exciting. Okay, so got that booster. We'll set that aside for a hot second. Get the second booster going. Oh, I forgot to sand that one down. Here we go. Just knock that down here. Get rid of that white spot. Ooh, that does not sound like fun. We were supposed to get snowfall too, but we had a good melt yesterday, so we don't have a lot of ice on the sidewalks or roads. So. There we go. So we're just going to shine up our little booster here. That way we won't have that sad little gray the backpack. Yeah, that's tricky with the melts. Like, luckily in Chicago we don't really have the hard winter. Well, we haven't had a hard winter in a long while, but it usually doesn't get bad until mid-February. So like we'll get a snowstorm every other week or so, but then we'll have like a high in the 40s, so. Breaks it up a little bit. That's tough. Yeah, if they got no traction, they're a danger to a lot of people. All means that this is even better time to stay cozy inside with family and kids. Just chill out, play a little game, puzzle, model. again, this is where I get the orientation mixed up. Oh, okay, so it's just a little locked in piece here. I do not know why they made that a separate piece. I guess because it has a little extra relief. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. See, now sledding, that's a good idea. Which there is a hill close to me now. Like, Chicago's flatter than flat. But really close is a park with a giant kind of like reclaimed trash mound that they made into a hill. That seems to be the place to go sledding around here. So, next big fall, need to check that out, see how good the sledding is here in the flatland. Here we go. Like, I grew up in the Cleveland-Akron region, so we were like, just like the foothills of Appalachia and right in that snow belt. So, like, we had hills all over the damn place. So. But they also never canceled school until the snow was like upside your door. There we go. A little schmutzing on there. And then we do a little peg into there with our fancy little booster. And let's see, how does this snap in? Snaps in this way. Is that a pin? Oh. Oh, we got a sliding pin. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I'm a big girl. Let's smash that in there. This pin, I don't want it to go too far. A crocheted version of a street sign. We have not seen that yet. That's actually kind of amazing. That is the most hipster thing I've heard of in a great long while. I think I'm putting this in backwards. Let's see, if I was doing it this way, this pin goes like that. I'm assuming that is our hold. I think I was doing this backwards. Because why wouldn't I be? It's not holding though. Usually I feel like it holds a little bit better. Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay, okay. Discovery. I do feel that is kind of the most Vancouver thing that could happen is a crocheted street sign. Here they probably like, I don't know, make some metal work out of it with like Schlitz cans or something. Let's see here. Let's get this lined up before I move on to the next one. There we go. It's just gonna be a divot in there. Okay. And then this is all going to be covered by something. So, and then we got to do the second one, which is where did I put the XCs? There we go. Two. There we go. Almost lost that one. So we'll just do our usual. See here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that again. So we have this indent thingy. So we go bippity bop. Squeezy squeeze. Take our pre-painted booster, pop that in, so we got nice booster action. And then try not to put this in backwards again, because Becca is not the most spatially aware. There we go. So it should be like this. Apparently I hit 80s jazz break, so got that going. Okay. See, this one holds in much easier than the last one. There we go. Okay, nice and snuggy. Super snuggy. Okay. Okay, looks like next we're getting into some crazy wing action. So I think we're gonna stop here for tonight. We're a little over our 2 hours, so that's perfectly good. We did a lot today. So we got our model panel line assembled. We did some kind of variant work on the back, and we're starting our flugel part of the build. So next time, hopefully in 2 days, given that my computer doesn't do something dumb, we'll start working on our flugels, as it were. Cool. Take care, everybody. Hope you have a safe and warm evening. Oh, and keep Gundaming.